When death is near, secrets rise from the shadows. These are 5 true deathbed confessions, each more disturbing than the last. Some secrets are too heavy to share in life, but the end has a way of loosening tongues. In those final moments, the truth demands to be heard. These are not just stories, they are echoes of lives lived in the shadows, emerging into the light at the very end. We'll explore 5 such accounts, a haunting glimpse into the secrets people almost took to their graves. Let's begin. 5. The Man Who Fell from the Sky. 1971. A man in a suit boards a flight from Portland to Seattle, hands a note to a flight attendant. He has a bomb. He hijacks the plane, demands $200,000 in parachutes, then vanishes into the night, never to be seen again. The world knows him as D.B. Cooper. For decades the case is legend. The FBI chases thousands of leads, but Cooper remains a ghost. In 2018, a new claim surfaces. Walter Recca, a former paratrooper, confesses to his friend Carl Lauren before dying. Lauren records hours of Recca's detailed account. Planning, the jump, the fear, the money laundered over years. Recca's story matches key details, his background, the landing site, even his injuries. But the FBI never confirms it. Some call it the truth, others a dying man's fantasy. The tapes exist, but the ultimate answer remains elusive. Walter Recca's confession didn't solve the mystery, it made it more human and more haunting. D.B. Cooper's legend lives on. 4. The Dahlia's Thorn. Los Angeles, 1947. Elizabeth Short's mutilated body is found in a vacant lot. The Black Dahlia murder shocks the nation. The case becomes a media frenzy, but the killer vanishes into legend. Decades later, retired detective Steve Hodel investigates, and his prime suspect is his own father, Dr. George Hodel. George, a brilliant but troubled physician, lived near the crime scene and had surgical skills matching the killer's. Steve finds photos of a woman resembling Short in his father's belongings, and learns George was a suspect at the time. Old surveillance tapes catch George saying, "Supposin' I did kill the Black Dahlia, they can't prove it now." Before dying, George tells Steve, "You may be right." Not a confession, but a chilling acknowledgement. Steve's investigation suggests a cover-up to protect the powerful. The case remains unsolved, but a son's relentless search, spurred by a father's dying words, may have finally named the phantom. The Black Dahlia's shadow lingers, a secret almost taken to the grave. Sometimes the truth is a whisper, not a shout. 3. The Ghost of Mittenwald. In the chaos of the end of World War II, Nazi gold vanished into legend, none more mysterious than the lost treasure of Mittenwald. For decades, treasure hunters searched the Bavarian Alps, but found nothing. In 2012, Dutch researcher Leon Giesen claims a dying Nazi officer gave him a cryptic clue, a musical score hiding the gold's location. Giesen deciphers the melody, cross-references it with maps, and pinpoints a spot in Mittenwald. The world watches as he digs only to find nothing. Was the confession a riddle, a cruel joke, or the ramblings of a fading mind? The gold remains lost, the melody unresolved. In this case, the deathbed confession deepened the mystery instead of solving it. Some secrets, it seems, are meant to stay buried. 2. The Brother in the Shadows. Family secrets cut deepest. An elderly woman dying gathers her children and reveals a truth hidden for 90 years. She had a twin brother, born with severe disabilities in the 1920s, sent away to an institution, erased from family history. Her parents forced her to keep the secret, visiting her brother in secret, living a double life. The confession shatters her children's sense of identity, their family built on a lie. After her death, they search for the lost uncle and find him, still alive, institutionalized for a lifetime. The reunion is bittersweet, a connection made but decades lost. This confession didn't reveal a crime but exposed a deep wound, shame, secrecy, and love denied. Sometimes the greatest secrets are the ones closest to home. A family's history rewritten by a final, trembling truth. The past, once hidden, demands to be seen. 1. The Confession in the Concrete. Some secrets are buried in the earth, literally. 1965 Las Vegas. Al Green vanishes after a meeting with Johnny Pappas. The case goes cold. Decades later, Pappas, dying of cancer, confesses to a journalist. He lured Green to his death, then buried him under a house's concrete porch. Authorities dig up the spot Pappas named, and find Green's remains, ending a 30-year mystery. For years, Pappas lived above the grave, haunted by his secret. Only the approach of death gave him the courage to confess. His final words brought closure to a family and justice to a forgotten victim. Sometimes the truth is literally beneath our feet. A deathbed confession can turn a house of silence into a place of reckoning. The past always finds a way out. When time runs out, secrets rise. These confessions solved mysteries, sparked new ones, and shattered lives. Which story left you speechless? Tell us in the comments. The final words of the dying carry a unique weight, echoes from the edge, glimpses into hidden truths. A man vanishes from the sky, a murder is named by a son, a treasure map becomes a melody, a family tree grows a secret branch, a house is built on a grave. The past is never truly gone. It lives on in memory, in secrets, in the need for truth. Deathbed confessions offer answers but often leave us with even more haunting questions. If you enjoyed these stories, please like and subscribe for more mysteries and true tales.